Hi, I'm Giselle. You are a great dancer.
Chief Bogo.
Hey everybody, it's Abby, your everyday mermaid, and this is
Lauren.
my Mergal pal, and you're listening to the Everyday Mermaid podcast.
Welcome.
Welcome. What were we going to say about passion?
You're not a Reddit person, are you?
I am
Do you
known to dabble.
Dabble.
Yes.
So one of the most popular subreddits on there is "Am I the a-hole?" if
Yeah.
you will. It's basically the Dear Abby of Reddit.
Right.
So people just get on there and they're like, was I wrong in this situation?
Am I wrong?
Am I wrong? Yes. So now that it's playing in my head. So I go to it because it's just a great way to kind of get your drama on without being involved.
Sure.
And so the recent one that like breached the shores of the Reddit kingdom out into the real world was this guy whose wife is leaving him because of his Funko Pop collection. Spending $500 a month buying them.
Funko Pops?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And she tried to compromise. She was like, can you just like buy only 3 a month? And he goes, that's ridiculous. How could I possibly choose just 3 to buy a month? And so she's like, deuces, I can't do this. And
oh my gosh.
Oh my aching tentacles. Sorry. Apparently SpongeBob is the thing I have right now. And the only thing about the post is what was not made clear was whether it's like his own personal money that he's spending,
right,
or if it's like joint money that they need for, life.
Yeah.
So that was never made clear. And I'm like, I mean, I get it. He says he's got, hundreds of them. Where are you putting them, sir?
I know.
Or madam, I don't think the gender was made clear. Person,
wherever you are.
Where?
$500 a month is a lot to spend.
That's a lot.
And
because it's not like they're crazy expensive.
No, they're not. That's a lot of Funko Pops.
A lot of Funko Pops.
I don't know, Lauren. I would unless you have like, a Celine Dion shoe closet of Funko Pops, then I don't know that that's like a healthy habit.
Maybe not. And especially not if your wife's leaving you and he's like, fine, then divorce me.
For
like,
sure.
Bro.
I'm seeing some red flags are flying, y'all. Huh.
But hey, what do I know? I mean, like some of these people have been married multiple times. Yeah. I'm like, I've been married 0 times, so.
Right. Who knows?
I don't care.
That is fascinating.
By the way.
Well, I think we should address the fact that the last episode was the most catastrophic fail of all fails. We don't know exactly what...
There's that big laugh you asked for, Ben.
Yes. We don't know exactly what had happened with the audio, and we do apologize because it was kind of a special episode.
I know.
But I would just like to say... We are aligned with the Merfolk for Black Lives initiative. Thank you to Mermaid Shay Monique. And if you are curious for more information or resources, please just DM us. Yeah. We're Everyday Mermaid Podcast on Instagram.
Or go to the Society for Fat Mermaids.
Yes. Chat with Shay yourself.
Chat with Shay.
She's the best.
Donate to the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yes.
I gave $100 myself
Good for you.
Recently. So I will try to do more because I big crowds give me a lot of anxiety.
Yes.
And also I'm caring for tiny humans.
Yes. Of essential workers.
Yes, of essential workers. And so like wear your masks. Number 1, just wear your mask. Because as more research comes out, we're finding more and more that surfaces are less of a risk, much less of a risk. There's not enough of a cell cluster on surfaces to contract the virus. So it's very much that airborne. And you're not wearing your mask to protect yourself because the cloth masks that we make can't do that. You're wearing it to protect other people.
Yeah.
to protect their children and their grandparents and their loved ones that are at risk.
Yeah.
So,
and if businesses have a sign up asking you to wear a mask, it's probably in your best interest to do so.
What are you going to be in there, like half an hour?
Or just don't go shopping, you know? Just be courteous.
Now that's kind of cool. We have taken up the having our groceries delivered.
Yes, same.
I'm a fan of that.
Yes, honey. I had no idea until you told me, and ever since then, I mean, for months we've had our groceries delivered, and Postmates. We just do that, and that's just kind of what we do. I have learned how to cook a myriad of things.
Oh yes,
during this time.
Oh, I think it's like my mom has like HelloFresh or something.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, those are so fun.
I know.
I'm just like,
unless you can't eat chicken, then it's a problem. The doctor just told me I shouldn't be eating chicken, friends. I'm still eating chicken.
I just don't know how. It's chicken. I mean, it's not like it's like
beef is fine. Turkey's fine.
A crazy meat.
Yeah. Who knows, y'all? I don't even know anymore.
It's chicken.
I don't know. Either way.
Anyway,
we digress.
So
yes, go ahead.
Support Black Lives Matter. Wear your mask.
Yes.
And treat all living things with kindness and caring and respect.
And speaking of the Black Lives Matter movement, I realized as I was watching our episode that we do not have any representation here.
That's true.
On our desk. And so I actually Googled Black Mermaid toys. There were very few. This was the closest I could find in my price range.
Yeah.
There were actually some beautiful figurines, But I was like, we need some more sponsors for that one. But
what we got?
So I found the Barbie Dreamtopia.
That's this fellow as well, I believe, is Barbie Dreamtopia.
I believe so.
Our gentleman.
Yeah.
Our merman.
The merman. So we have representation of mermen, mermaids.
Oh, it's taking everything in me not to treat you like one of my kids right now. Give me this. Do you need help with that?
Oh my Lord, have mercy!
How
did? Okay,
there you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So yeah. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, also while what? Go ahead. While I'm putting her together here, I don't know if any of y'all saw my Instagram story. If you don't follow me on Mermaid Vlogs on Instagram, a follower sent me this photo of a mermaid doll that she saw in another country. It's not available in the U.S. She doesn't live in the U.S. And
she looks just like Abby.
It's so weird how she looks like me. Her face looks like my face. And she has purple hair or whatever. But I'm like, why does she look like me? I'll put a picture up if you're watching the YouTube version. But I was like, this is so weird.
Just like Abby.
It looks like my face. I'm a little like, what is going on? And I can't even tell why it looks like me or why I feel that way.
I think it's the eyes. But I'm trying to do it from memory right now. Look how cute she is.
She's precious.
She's got your color scheme too.
I know.
I love that purple.
Mm-hmm. Gotta dig it.
Speaking of, I'm working on my Mersona.
Oh, do tell. Okay, yes.
So now I'm kind of thinking that I'm developing a couple of them. Okay. You want to know why this came about?
Why?
So I'm the gamer of the two.
Yeah.
And so I like to download games on my phone and if I don't like playing them, obviously. So one of them is a really terrible app that's it's supposed to be a paint by numbers app, but all you do is just tap to fill in everything.
That's no fun.
Yeah, it's I say that, and yet I have spent countless hours just tapping this.
Oh my gosh.
Fill in. But they have a bunch of mermaid ones.
Oh.
And so I think as I'm tapping, the picture is obviously kind of coming to life. And so this idea came forth whilst I was tapping as I found this color I really like. So the color it's usually associated with me is the one I'm wearing right now, which is this kind of ice blue or sea foam green. It's got green and blue both in it. Now, my favorite color is green, but I love this kind of teal. It's a very light teal.
Yeah. It's kind of like Elsa-ish.
Yeah. But more green.
But a little, just a tap of green.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so sea foam green is what I call it because I have North Face fleece jacket that is that exact color, and that's what they called it when I was buying it.
Well, and it's perfect for the mermaid world.
Exactly. So, and for a long time, I've wanted to do the gray hair.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Which eventually I will do because I am getting gray hairs, and I'm just not. I'm very lazy when
Just
it comes to hair.
it.
Yeah. So at some point, when the majority of what's coming out of my head is gray, I'll just be like, Elise,
go for it.
It
is time.
It is time. And so, because I'm not quite brave enough to go full gray as is,
right?
Because my natural hair color is like a mouse brown. It's fine. It'll do. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have, like, when my hair starts to grow back in, it's going to be so drastic.
Yeah.
So I'm going to buy a wig.
Do it.
And I think I will do one of the ones that's like a darker color at the roots and then ombres into. So that's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
Is this kind of seafoam green. I also think it will complement your colors a lot.
Okay.
Which was also something I was keeping in mind because
I like that. Yes.
Well,
we go together like
yes. Yeah, because like I think the colors I was originally kind of planning on, there was a lot of red. And I love red as an accent, but it's like Abby is so purple. It's like purple and red because they're kind of on the same side of the color wheel aren't complementary colors.
It's true.
I just wasn't loving it. But then that teal started poking out in my color game. My art game.
I like it.
Like, I'm liking this. I'm liking it a little bit more. There's another one that I'm thinking of for like the Mermaid After Midnight. So I think that will be like a black wig and a darker teal.
Oh, yes, honey. Yes.
It's a version of the Swamp Thing tail that Mertailor has. So it's not that dark green one. I think he's got a blue version or like a little bit more of a teal version.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But it's super dark. And so I think that'll be my Mermaid After Midnight.
Oh, I love that.
Darkness Mersona.
Yes,
and then the teal will be my everyday mermaid.
Love it.
So
one of our patrons, Grace, Pegasus Springs Music.
Yes.
She messaged me one day and she's like, hey girl, y'all need to update your image.
That's true.
Your media.
We do.
And get you in some a step above fin fun tales. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, girl, I hear you.
She's not wrong.
You are not wrong. In fact, you are the most right.
But don't get us wrong. Fin fun for beginners.
That's right. We love fin fun, but
But we're no longer fin fun mermaids.
We're not.
I'm a strong swimmer on my own.
That's right. Oh, are you all right?
Oh my.
Passion.
We're serious. I'm a strong swimmer on my own. And now that I've definitely gotten used to being in a tail. And I tell you what, y'all, though, like I was in the fin fun, which is, again, great for beginners. And then my Linden will never, ever be topped because it is the zippiest of zippy tails.
We love it.
And Mertailor makes skins for the Linden tail.
Yeah.
But then one day, Abby brought an extra Mertailor and I got to go swimming in it.
It was the Fantasy Fan 3, right?
Yeah. It was the rainbowy one.
Uh-huh.
And in my life has never been the same because it is obviously not as fast.
Right.
But
that's not the point.
It is meant for grace. I mean, that you can be the most discombobulated person on this planet and you put it on that tail and you glide through the water.
Beauty and she's grace.
She's Miss United States.
Yep.
Ooh, we branched out there. Miss Congeniality for the win.
Yes, it is. That's why I just am like all like gung ho about Mertailor is because for me personally, it's not about going fast or like doing the tricks. For me personally, it's like the aesthetic and looking pretty and not even like, I don't know, just the feeling of moving in a graceful way. I don't
know. Because I don't move in a graceful way. I'm not. Abby has many years of ballet experience. I do not.
But you look so good in that Fantasy Fan 3.
I know.
It's like you were a ballerina for all the years.
And I mean, y'all, like, I'm a flail in the water. Because, again, my immediate reaction to being in a pool is to go as hard and fast as humanly possible, because that was what childhood was all about. Like, I spent all my summers in Miami and in the ocean. Like, you just swam. You were just swimming. You were seeing how far you could go. You were seeing how deep you could dive. You were trying to, like, just see all the fish and hold your breath for as long as humanly possible. And then you just climbed your way back up the water looking like a fish out of water, ironically. I mean, just spasms up to the top again. That you just... And then you got your big breath of air and you tried it all over again. So that was me the first time I was in a mermaid tail.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
But
you don't have to worry about that in a mertail tail.
Yeah, things have changed. Things have changed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I'm so excited because next weekend is our first mermaid meetup with the Nashville Mermaid Pod since all this coronavirus stuff went down.
Indeed.
We will be, I'm not going to bring, like, snacks to where we put multiple hands in.
Right.
And we're going to, try and keep no huggy hugs, just kind of, it's not going to be quite the same, but
we need to perfect our royal waves.
Yes.
Oh, thank you for being here today.
Yes. So we will be doing that. And then I think a photographer is going to be there to, like, do some mermaid transformation photos or something. Yes. I don't know. It's going to be great. So I'm super excited about that. So
that's what every mermaid group needs. A photographer.
Indeed.
Or a videographer.
Yes, yes.
Speaking of videography, you released your first short film.
I did.
We talked about it at the last one, which nobody heard because of the audio.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually cut out that part because I was like, this is too long. But
really?
Yes.
The two of us? Too long?
I know. But yes, I released my first short film for World Oceans Day. It's called Save the Magic. And we actually just, like, I sent it in for Nashville Film Festival. We'll see if it actually, like, gets accepted.
My favorite is the jellyfish.
Me too.
He's my fave.
That's a lot of people have told me that, the jellyfish. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it here in the description of this podcast or this video if you're watching the YouTube version. If you're watching the YouTube version, I'll just link it. I think it's going to be right there. Either there or there. I don't know. Either way.
She's going to link it.
Yes. But, yes. And the response to the film, I was like, my heart was just a fluttering. I could not believe everybody was like,
people believe in you, Abby.
I know, but sometimes I don't believe in me.
It's hard, but
believe in me.
you have a pod.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they love you.
Oh my gosh. Thanks. It was so nice. Mermaid Cove Collective owner Casey, Mermaid Casey, messaged me with just the sweetest words. Just really encouraging.
She's a pretty fabulous person.
I love her so much. It was so nice.
She did a whole collaborative piece at the beginning of the quarantine.
What?
We all sent in an unmerred picture and a merred picture.
Yes, she is
sound right.
Great. We really like her a lot. But anyway, she was so nice and everybody, like, reposted it.
Oh, so cute.
I know. I was like, oh my gosh. But I'm pretty sure, my mom was like, Abby, this is your brand. You take things that are ordinary and make them magical and inspire people without pushing your ideals on them, like, aggressively.
Mom.
I was like, well, yes. But yeah, and I think she's right. I think that is, like, because
it's incredibly simplistic.
Yeah,
in the concept
not
of
much
it.
to it.
No,
but yeah, I want to make
so cool
movies that inspire people to go do things that are good, preferably.
Correct.
My next one is a big one, and I may take a while, but
we're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there, friends.
I say we, like, no, she's gonna get there. No, this is hers.
No, like, but support.
Oh yes,
you are there.
I as Ben found out at Mermagicon, I make an excellent assistant.
What? I feel like. What do you mean? You were a leading lady.
when I was helping him with his lens changes.
Oh, yes. Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
He was like, have you done this before? It's like, I went to an all-women's college where we had to create everything ourselves.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Actually, indeed, we have. Yes.
And I come from like a helper kind of family. Like my, as the 10-year-olds on TikTok like to point out of us millennials, we are very attached to our Hogwarts houses.
Yep.
And I am. And I will not. Well, I'm attached to that Hogwarts house, but we'll talk about we can talk about that, the author later.
Oh man, I was so disappointed.
Such a disappointment.
Oh.
Now, I will preface this by saying I have not done enough research and am not self-informed enough to have like a valid opinion other than the fact that I know that she's wrong. Like I stand with the oppressed.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. And she is not an oppressed person. She has billions of dollars.
Yeah.
But the thing about her books is that she taught us that oppression wins the day. Like, people can only be oppressed for so long before they rise up and change the world.
Mm-hmm.
And if we have to leave her behind in our movement forward, then we're going to leave her behind.
Yeah.
But we won't take Gryffindors with us. That's all to say, my family are all like helpers. My boyfriend's a big helper. And so like, that's part of my, I guess like one of those kind of unspoken love languages. You kind of need to feel useful.
Yeah.
And so,
well,
he has a lot of camera equipment. I was like, I know how to do this. I can help. Give me things to hold.
You are useful, but we love you for other things too,
Mm-hmm. I know.
Okay, good. Well, I think this is a great time to pause for a moment for a hashtag Jody moment.
What's she up to?
All I know is that she has been posting that Delaney, her daughter, had a birthday. 19. I'm like, what was I doing when I was 19?
Baby.
Nothing crazy.
A baby.
I know, just a wee babe. However, they spent the day at Black Lives Matter rallies for her birthday. That's what Delaney wanted to do. I was like, my heart is just so full. I know. That's what she wanted to do for her birthday. So obviously, I'm sure they celebrated otherwise. But that whole day, they spent at rallies. And I was like, what a great family.
Good for them.
I know. So we're proud of them.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
As far as the live action Little Mermaid is concerned, while we're on like the Little Mermaid topic, I did hear that they have released that there will be a new ballroom scene, ball scene that's not in the original or like never been done before. So they're gonna have that, and she's gonna have a new dress that we've never seen before, not the pink one or the teal or whatever. It's gonna be all new. Oh my god, I know. And
which is probably for the best, because like I feel like the teal one tends to like because Jasmine's got teal, and then like Aurora is usually in the blue or the pink, obviously, right. And then Cinderella's like blue. We need to change it up.
Yeah,
there's colors all around the world. Come on,
I know.
Purple would be fun.
Purple would be like dream goals.
Yeah,
that's dream. So hopefully we love it, and it's not like a ridiculous prom dress or anything, Okay, and also I know. Okay, I'm really excited. And also they've released that the tail will be a mix of a real tail and CGI.
Yeah.
So not one or the other, but a mix. So they are making, prosthetic tail situation, and we'll use the CGI as well. So. Oh my Lord, please be good.
I know. I can't. So I recently rewatched the live action Beauty and the Beast, which, as we know, I still love. Like, I can't help it. I really can't. That PR guest is such a disappointment.
I know.
And the ballroom scene is such a disappointment. It's so dark.
Yeah.
You can't see anything.
I know.
And that ballroom scene in the original animated movie is like the reason it got an Oscar nomination because nobody had seen animation like that before. And it was stunning and it's beautiful. And the baby cherubs are so excited about the love happening that they move in their painting.
I know.
Like, that's a big deal.
I'm getting chills just thinking about it.
And there were no cherubs.
No cherubs. What do you think they were thinking? Like, are they just trying? My question is, are they trying to keep it? So they're trying to make it more appropriate, like culturally. I don't know. Like, why are they doing this?
I like Gaston. I think is still the best number.
Oh, fabulous! It's
so
good. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I will rewind just to watch them dance because it's so freaking fun.
Good.
And it's the villain's song for her. Well, they do get the best songs.
Yeah, they do, for sure. God bless you.
Coronavirus. No. She's here. No.
I watched Maleficent again today. It was on TV, so I had to watch it.
I haven't watched the second one.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, you should watch it before our next podcast.
I have to mentally prepare myself for the fairies.
For those who don't know, Lauren, who has portrayed fairies quite a bit in her lifetime, is not a fan of the big-headed, small-bodied
their heads
fairies.
Are so big. And they make them stupid.
They do. They make them the most idiotic.
Yeah. Like, and I don't say that lightly because we're not allowed to use stupid at school.
Yeah.
But they make them stupid.
They do. They let Aurora just jump off a cliff.
Like, Merriweather is the sassiest of sassy.
Yep.
In that movie. I mean, she makes the whole film. She's like, ooh.
I love Merriweather.
I mean, her panties are always in a bunch.
Right.
And every single one of them. Dumb as bricks.
Oh, goodness.
It's such a shame.
I know. Yeah, I was thinking that. And then we were watching it with our friend who's here staying with us for a little bit. And he was
I mistook for Ben.
Yeah. We were talking about Elle Fanning playing Aurora. And I was like, I don't like it. And Ben was like, well, who would you want to play Aurora? And I was like,
that's an excellent question.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know.
I don't love Elle Fanning as Aurora either.
Yeah, speaking of Elle Fanning, though, we watched The Great, and she was fantastic in that.
She's just not my pick for
She's not great for Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
Who would play her? I don't even know.
Such a good question.
So, in my head, I'm thinking, what's her face that actually played Cinderella would be great.
Oh, I have such a love affair with her in my head.
She's fantastic. And in everything she's in, she's great.
That's my favorite live action remake.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's the best at this point.
Yeah. Every time I watch that film, it makes me want to be a better person. Like,
that's all you got to ask for.
Yeah. It just makes me want to be a better person.
Yeah.
The costumes in that movie are the best thing. The best thing.
And everybody got so mad about her waistline being that small, but I'm like, have y'all seen the other Disney movies? Like, yeah. I'm confused as to why we're upset about this now.
I mean, we could talk about Ariel for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, that girl has got
confused here.
Like, she's got boning in her actual physique.
That ain't natural.
No.
We're aware of this.
Yeah.
I still want to watch it. And like, I have no problem with it.
No,
and they wore corsets and stuff. So, like, I don't know.
So she talked about it, though, when the releases of it. She was like, well, I have a very slim waist as is.
Right.
And
so
then
it looks smaller.
They corseted the living daylights. And there's an optical illusion happening because the bell of that dress is literally, I'm so sorry, seamstress. Our friend.
The mermaid seamstress?
Yes. Justine.
Oh, what about
because I'm not calling any of these things by their appropriate names. So forgive me, mermaid seamstress. I'm sorry. You can please correct me in the comments. But the gown part of that dress, like, it's huge.
And they CGI'd a little bit to look bigger.
So they definitely would have made her even smaller, teenier. But that's my favorite remake. Who would I get to play?
I have no idea.
Like, statuesque is essential for me.
Yeah. And I just wish it was somebody a little more mature, you know?
Yeah.
And somebody who just, like, emits grace.
You know who I could see is Michelle Williams.
Oh, really?
In the grace department.
Yes. She's very graceful.
She's
She's too old though, right?
I know, but she's not tall enough.
No.
None of these things are her fault.
We love her.
Don't at me. I've gone to more than one audition where they've been like, "Oh, you're quite tall," and I'm like, "And I just lost the part."
Yep.
So don't. Like, I know that. We know the opposite side of that problem.
Thanks, pals.
We're not allowed to be Disney princesses at the parks. We're too tall.
But villains.
Oh, that makes such a good villain. Anyway,
yeah. Have you seen Westworld?
No, I've heard it's really good though.
It's fantastic. The gal that plays Dolores would actually be really good.
Okay.
What is her name? Evan Rachel Wood.
Oh, that's so funny that you should say that.
Why?
Because her father is like the theater industry in Raleigh.
Oh.
North Carolina. Like they put on A Christmas Carol every year, and he plays Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh, really? She would be pretty good because she can give off the girl next door vibe, but also has she can be freaking graceful.
Oh, Rosario Dawson. She's one of the ones I thought about.
Oh, yeah, she would be really good actually.
Statuesque, grace. She can sing.
She can sing. Mm-hmm.
See, the blonde I'm not as concerned about.
That's interesting that you say that.
Well, we don't have any, we hardly have any dark-haired princesses.
Yeah.
And I'm like a little over blonde, ironically.
I mean,
as I lighten my hair more and more.
Yeah, I for sure. I get that.
But yeah, she's got bone structure for days. And I just love her. I really like her.
She's got good bone structure.
I could see Zendaya as well.
Zendaya would be amazing. I just love her in general. I don't care what she's doing. I am here for it.
Speaking of movies that she's in that are problematic is The Greatest Showman.
What about it?
I love that movie. I saw that movie in New Zealand, and I got to see it with my two best friends because our other best friend had come to visit us for Christmas, and it was super exciting, and it was super important because Chelsea and I had fallen in love with this theater, which is in Wanaka, which is about 45 minutes outside of Queenstown. And they have this theater there that's it's made up of found seating. So there's a dentist's chair that you can sit in. Yeah. Or there's a bunch of couches.
Yeah.
There's a car from an old car, the old couch seating that they used to have in Cadillacs and stuff.
Yeah.
So part of it is that, and it's just fun and quirky. But the other part of it is they have an intermission during every movie.
Oh.
And guess what they serve? Freshly baked chocolate chip cookies.
Oh my gosh. I think I remember you talking about this.
So when the intermission happens, you come out and it's just the whole place is filled with cookie smell, and it's so good.
It sounds wonderful.
Anyway, that's where we saw The Greatest Showman, and we immediately downloaded the soundtrack and blasted it on our way back to Queenstown that night. And so I just have a really strong connection to that movie.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, is it P.T. Barnum?
Oh, yeah.
Was a terrible human being.
I know. It's really sad about that.
So awful.
Yeah.
He was not a good person. But Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman is gold.
Yeah.
We accept him.
And this has been one of his passion projects for a really long time. And I'm I have the wherewithal to separate.
Oh, for sure.
The real person.
I will happily separate it.
Yeah.
Especially for Zac Efron.
Oh, he has grown on me.
I just love him.
I am not a High School Musical fan.
I know.
And I will fight that till the end of my days. I know.
I love it.
See this gap that separates us. I have a very good reason though. My sister got oral surgery.
I know.
Right
and you
after.
had to watch it over and over again.
I didn't have to watch it. It was singing. It was playing loudly throughout my entire house.
Sounds like fun to me.
It was awful. So I do not like that movie, and so for that reason, didn't like Zac Efron. I was like, you were a part of this trash. How dare you? And not oh my god.
I know. He's so good. 17 again. Have you seen that movie?
No.
What?
Oh god. I've never seen Charlie St. Cloud either.
That's okay. 17 again though.
Okay. But what is that a remake of an old Disney movie?
I don't know.
Because they had
Probably.
I feel like they had a 17 again.
They had one similar, but it's not the same.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
Okay.
You got to watch it. It's
All
got
right.
Leslie Mann in it. Like,
Ooh,
done deal.
I do like her.
Done deal. Before we close this out, Shay Monique actually reached out to me and thanked us for spreading the word, even though it was done poorly, and I apologize for that. Audio-wise. Sorry.
It wasn't your fault. Flukes. It happens. Yeah. And hey, after a year of recording, it wasn't a very important episode, but after, like, we've not had any sort of audio.
We haven't really.
Flippity gibbets.
This was, flippity gibbets. That's good. Where's that from?
How do you solve a problem like Maria?
No. Yep. Okay, great. So, anywho, she reached out and thanked us for spreading the word. And we're happy to spread the word. And she said something that was interesting. She's like, I can tell that these are new conversations for you, and I appreciate you having these conversations. Mostly speaking about me, because I feel like you have had these conversations more than I have. And it's true. And I really am grateful for Mermaid Shay Monique and all of the allies really spreading the word, because I'm gonna tell y'all, Juneteenth just happened.
Yes.
Had no idea that was a thing until this year, until I was this many years old.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I know. I had my yearly review at work. And so I guess like one of the things that got brought up during our assessment, which is when somebody from the government comes in and tells us all the things that we're doing wrong.
Sure.
Which I have opinions about too. One of the things she said, which was really, really weird, is that our books were not available for a significant portion of the day were diverse enough. And of course, in my brain, I'm like, no, because the only center that is never, ever closed in my classroom is Book Center. And it's the center that I probably take the most pride in because it has a huge amount of books. Some of books that I have personally bought for the classroom. And then some, obviously, that we have from our own library. And I was like, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
Because I make sure to have like mountains of books, piles of books.
Yes.
But one of the things I said about myself during my review is like, I fall victim to my privilege. Anything that I say or do will most likely not be enough. Because that will always be the fallback, is that I'm white and I cannot come from the perspective of any person of color.
Right.
In any situation. So the best thing that I can do is shut up and listen and educate myself, because it's not a person of color's job to educate me on things there are so many resources about.
Yeah.
So find your local library. They're doing, a lot of them have opened up now in very special ways where you reserve the book through the website and they'll bring it out to your car.
What was the library's video the other day?
Oh my God.
What was it called?
It
was to Ice Baby.
Yes, it's to Ice
but
Baby.
It was
anyway.
Curbside Baby.
Curbside Baby. That's it. So they got Mr. Mouse to like do his little Ice Baby rap to Curbside Baby, and they had lyrics, and it said Little Marionette, and he's singing to you the whole time, telling you how you can pick up your books.
It's so cute.
It is one of the most clever things I've seen.
We'll link it in the description so you can watch.
Oh my gosh, just support your local libraries.
Baby.
Oh, it's so good. So get on your library, get on your Audible account, get on Amazon, anywhere that books are sold.
Yep.
And pick up a copy of anything that is written by a person of color that is meant to educate or even just inform. I'm reading Michelle Obama's Becoming right now. Gosh, she is such a good writer. Like how we have been blessed to live in the same time period as Michelle Obama. I will never understand.
Doesn't she have it on Netflix too? Doesn't she have
Netflix?
Yeah.
It was so popular that they did a documentary. Man, make her Aurora. Talk about statuesque and grace. So fantastic book so far. Really enjoying it. And that is what you can do. Stop, read, listen.
There you go. friends. Well, on that note, I think that was a great whale, as Lyndon says. Ah, yes. On that note, we thank you for listening to us as we listen to you.
Yes.
And everyone. And if you want to follow us on Instagram, we are at Everyday Mermaid Podcast. And if you want this podcast a day early with exclusive, no ads, all the doodads, you can go to patreon.com/everydaymermaid to check it out. All right, Lauren. Are we good?
Yeah.
Is that good? Yeah. Okay.
Is everybody
Is
gone?
everybody gone? All right. We will
See you on the flip side.
Bye, mermaids.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.